Good morning, America. Hello, and well, probably other places too, I guess. How's everyone doing today? Arla, thank you for being here.
Thank you for asking. It'll be
Of
fun.
course, it's an honor. Yeah, we don't really know what's going on with Brian. Uh, he's just that's how that way. I don't really know what that is. Um, not quite sure. So maybe we'll pull him down, I guess, for now, and then see if he makes his way back in. Uh, yeah, let's go with that for now. All right. So, good morning, everyone. Let's do a little roll call. See who's all here? A Sasquatch Confessions, straight out of BC, Canada. Soul believes. Good morning. Cashew Gesundheit. God bless you. Shannon Shook. Roger Blair. Hello, hello. 59 and a high of 93 in Denver today.
Wow.
Well, if that ain't, if that don't tell you what's going on in the world, I don't know what will. So it's, how was it by you today, Arla? Nice. How was the weather?
Uh, it was beautiful this morning. We were, I think, like 69 for a low. We'll be 91 today, but then we'll go
Wow.
back down into the high 60s at night. So it's like perfect sleeping weather outside. So, that's where I'm at night, sleeping in my hammock tent.
Nice. I'm so jealous. I want one of those so bad. I really do.
They're
Like,
awesome. They're
do you have
they're
the one? Do you
definitely
have the
awesome.
one that has the top that comes down over it, or is
Yes,
it just like, yeah? Oh man, those are
yeah.
really good.
Mine's a Hennessy, and it actually was given to me years ago. I have a friend, Devin Massin, who is a photographer, and he travels worldwide. He's done things for National Geographics and a bunch of other stuff. And he had one at one of our gatherings, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've been looking at those."
Yeah.
And so I tried his out, and then we all went home. And I messaged him and I said, "Okay, I need a hammock tent and I need a good deal." And so he um, he said, "Okay." And that was it. Well, then I get one in the mail, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And I messaged him, and he said, "It's okay." One of the shows that we were doing, out in probably Africa or somewhere else, they supplied us with hammock tents, and no one ever slept in this one, so you can have it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So at that point, the one I got was like $175, which is not all that expensive. But I mean, you're limited.
No, that's amazing. My buddy actually, I was at a campsite and he came out there and he came out on his motorcycle and he brought that with him and he we hooked him up on like right on the river. We tied up our
Oh,
hammocks and immediately I saw the difference between his and mine and it's not a tent hammock, but it's similar. You know what I mean? Like it's got like the net you could zip over you, but
mhm.
it's almost like a his is almost like a coffin. You know what I mean? Like it's
Wow.
it's just very close to you. It's not the
Oh,
tent hammocks have space. On both
yes.
on side of
Yes,
you,
they
on
do.
top of you, like the real, and
Yeah.
and then they have that thing that comes over too, which is important for weather. You know what I mean? So,
Oh,
Roger, what's
yeah.
up, buddy?
I've been in mine in storms. And the coolest thing is when you're having this storm that's moving the trees around a lot, you feel that energy too. And
Oh yeah.
since I love, thunderstorms,
Me
normal
too.
thunderstorms, it's just,
It's
it's a really cool feeling.
I totally agree. Craig, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I hope you guys didn't get too much trouble with the storm down there. All right, let's see if Brian got in this time. Oh wait, no, he's commenting again back here. Am I invited? Ha ha ha. Yeah, I can't. Jesus, all right, he's such a pain. I'm trying to explain this to him. Let me just take a picture of what it looks like. How about that? Sorry, Arla.
You do what you got to do. I'm good.
I'm about to. What I got to do is I'm about to just leave him in the dust. So, yeah, I like storms too a lot. I do. I love, like you just said, I love the energy. Like I think it's beneficial, and you know, a lot of these beings and forest people, what they're energy based, right? Like so they are so much more active, you know, and this, especially without all the humans running around. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out with him. That's all we see. All right. Well, good morning, guys. We're starting the morning streams as of today. It's official. If you'd like to be part of it at any given time, let us know. Yeah, so today I decided to make the topic. The hell did I make it? Unique something. What? Do you remember what the title was called? I can't remember anymore. Somebody tell me what I called this damn thing. It was at like 3 and 4 in the morning. Let's see. Oh, unique unity. That's right. Unity. Thank you. All right. So we're all united by something unique here, right? And across the map, you know, you'll see a lot of like separation and stuff. And I want to start the mornings off here and start the day off right. Thank you guys. Appreciate you both. I want to start the days off right and really like connect with one another and you know, move forward throughout the rest of the day in a positive manner. And you guys are really good at it here. Like everybody here and everybody who comes through here and everybody we contact with, we all work well together and have unity and there's no separation. And that same thing with pork and beans. Like everybody there builds everybody up. There's no tearing down. There's no I'm better than the next guy thing. You know what I mean? There's none of that crap. We're all just a piece of the puzzle trying to better one another and, you know, better the whole thing, if you will. You know, am I making any sense here?
You're making a lot of sense, actually. Good sense.
I was expecting Brian to be here, so I wasn't thinking I had to talk that much.
You're doing
good. So it is going to take, I'm definitely going to have I'm going to have a coffee with me in the morning for sure. All right. Let's see what he's saying this time. I am here waiting to get in. I don't think.
Tell him to scroll down. I had to scroll down to see where to get in.
Brian, can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, but we can't see you. It's like a pink. Now we hear you at least. It doesn't matter. You don't have to show your face, but if that's what you want to do this morning, that's fine.
Well, I wonder why. What's going on?
It's probably.
Brian, it's
different. I sent you a picture. Yeah. Oh, I sent you a picture so you can see what we see.
Yeah, it's different than when we come in on pork and beans. I had to go scroll down,
Yeah,
so I could find the place that said join, or it said enter, I think.
yeah. Well,
Well,
it's a,
Before
I'm
you
in the
could
studio. I've got where it says Leaf Studio. I just can't figure out why I don't have a camera.
you
well,
if you, it's a pain in the ass. There's only in the bottom it says mic, cam, guest. Well, not probably not guest view, mic and cam, and then it says more. If your camera's on, I don't really know. I have no idea what that even is. I've never seen that before. Oh, that's camera off, and that's camera on. So I don't know why
Yeah.
it's doing that to you.
Brian,
Oh
did
well.
you go all the way to the bottom of the page? All the way.
Yeah.
I had to go all the way down, and it said enter, where ours is up at the top and says join. This was all the way at the bottom. I thought everything was there, and I could wait and he'd put me in, but it didn't. I had to go all the way down to the enter.
Huh. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm
Well,
already
whatever.
in, obviously.
Yeah,
Just
I
see.
mean,
I
we don't need to see you. We know what you look like.
might be better.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's up to you. You could go out and come back in if you want to try again, or we could just go this way. I don't care. It's up to you.
Well, what do the fans want?
The fans.
Is this your first show? Do you have any fans? This is your first show, right?
They're here for Arla's T-shirt.
Yeah.
Let's see. This
You
is
can't
my
you can't even see the yeah.
indigo on my T-shirt.
I'm so jealous you guys have those. And like I can't. I could go get one, but like it would just be it would just be ripping off. I gotta get my own style. But that's a good one. Raymond.
What Arla makes those. Why don't you order one from her?
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not in on the loop here. I thought I was, but I guess not.
No, man, you're not. You're sniffing around the periphery of the loop, but
Yeah, right.
you're not in the inner sanctum yet.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty well in the inner sanctum, except he can't be there all the time. And I actually haven't done any tie-dye in, several months. So I haven't been putting it up for anybody to see it. I got some problems going on physical with my hands. So I had a little problem doing it right now. But we'll talk, Mike.
And the man we see, Brian.
You want me to come off and try again? Go off and try again?
That's all right. It's up to you. You don't have to. I'm charging my spine stimulator. Son of a bitch, not connecting. Pain in the ass. I have
That's a really like wishy-washy answer, man. I'm either going to do it or I'm not.
Yeah, get out and get back. Get out and come back. How about that? Make it easy for you.
All right.
Love you. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah,
all right. Bye. Get out of here. Thank God. That wasn't. No, hopefully it'll work out. If not, it doesn't matter. You guys know what he looks like probably by now.
I very well know.
Yeah, the silver fox I call. Like whenever there's like the other, I was like him and Tater Tom and like Michael Arrow, obviously, right? And I was like, "What is this? The Battle of the Silver Foxes?" My corny comments always go over everybody's head.
Just mature, immature man.
Yeah. I do my best to
mature in years.
I like to throw the monkey wrench in the well-oiled machine. Littlefoot's grandma, good to see you. Whoever we're waiting for. It's Brian Bland from Pork and Beans. Cunningham. It's the
Oh
Oliver
my goodness.
Beans.
I know so many good stories on him.
Yeah, I bet.
Uh,
I bet. So I wanted to kind of run by with him. Yeah, are you going up there? Are you going up
yep.
there with them?
Oh
I'm
yeah. I
so
leave
jealous.
the 15th and don't come back until the 26th. I'm going to be there before and I'm going to stay after and we're going to go do some things.
Yeah, I'm
So,
so
yeah,
jealous.
yeah. Well, I wish you could be there. Man,
Me
there is
too.
gonna be a lot of people I want to meet personally are going to be there. So it'll be fun.
It's gonna be so healing and like like
Will
it's
be.
just gonna be so good. No, everybody that goes there is gonna leave different. In a good way.
Yeah.
In a
Oh,
good
yeah.
way. And
Yeah.
I just wish I could be part of it. I don't have a passport, and it's just
Yeah. You
that's just
have that.
one problem. That's step one. Like, I would
Yeah.
it's really far. But anyway, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got half ahead. What the heck is this one? It's a half
That
a
is
pink
not
ring.
his house.
Now he is in a
Not
fancy.
his house.
That's just my living room.
We can't see you. Your picture's not working. It's okay. The green screen is nice though. I've seen that one before. I like your grand piano. It's just wonderful.
Yes, I just finished one of Mozart's
Hmm.
One of his
little known
symphonies.
sonatas. One of
Is
sonata.
that the couch y'all are gonna make me sleep on when I come up?
You can all stretch out on that.
It's a nice couch.
Yeah.
Mine's from a place called Bob's. It's like it's like a discount furniture store. It's like a chain now because so many people buy from them. Yeah, I don't know why you don't. You damn well should. If you don't, I thought you were gonna. You really should. It's gonna be, even if you go for like the 1 or 2 days, it'll be awesome. We were talking about the RE festival or whatever you want to call it.
Festival. Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah. I guess it could
It
be.
is festive with RE. It's very festive.
We call it a gathering, but it could be called a festival. Whatever it is, it's there's no. It's just people and the Sasquatch connecting. We're not no vendors or anything. If somebody wants to bring a book or something that they wrote or whatever and give it to somebody or whatever, but it's nothing like organized, right?
No, right. It's just it's a gathering of hearts and
Like-hearted people.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Brian is from BC. Sorry. I'm off my game this morning. Brian threw me off my game. The back and forth. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Let's go. What's going on? Every 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, you did say 9:00 your time.
Well, I screwed up the first time because I said 9:30, but it was at like 7:45, and I thought it was like, I don't know why my brain was computing that it was going to turn into 9:00 from 7:45. And like, I was just so off my game. So I have to get into this new routine. Usually I'm trying to get up. That's what I did this morning. I got up and I started like getting my stuff on, and I'm like, oh, I'll go out before the sun, or maybe at sunrise. And I'm like scrolling through locations, and I'm like, where should I go? And I'm like, damn. I put up a live stream. Like I gotta sit the hell down. And then I did, and then I like nodded back off a couple times, like, sitting up. When you're sitting straight up and you just like fall back asleep a little bit, and you're like, whoa, hang on. How much time went by? 3 minutes or an hour?
What, the show?
Yeah, well, that too. No, when I in the morning when I'm trying to get up, I'll just be sitting there. Sometimes I drop my drink because I'm just like, I'm trying to wake up and I'm holding my my coffee or my energy drink and I just drop it because I fall asleep sitting straight up.
If you're dropping your energy drink like that, you need to up the dose, I guess.
Yeah, well, they don't do no. I drink them in my sleep because I'm stupid like that. They don't really do much, but that's probably why. I'm old. Thought I was losing my mind. Well, we won't go
Oh, no,
there,
no.
sir. This is a morning motivation. I'm not going to attack your mind, but
If you want to find out if you're losing your mind or not, just you can use us as a point of reference. So you're probably okay.
Oh,
You're probably okay.
oh
so
my goodness.
so Arla's coming. So yeah, Sasquatch Confessions is not far from you. So he's like a couple towns over, he says. But yeah, he's in BC. I know that much. So man, that'd be cool if he popped in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to. I don't know. I would love to be there. I wish I could. I really wish I could. Are you doing it? Do you do it every year?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Get your passport.
Yeah, but I have to stress, he's absolutely welcome. But this is also no kind of investigation kind of thing or whatever. Thing.
Yeah.
It's just strictly a spiritual gathering.
Right.
I mean, there's time for, but once you're there, we walk around and see stuff or whatever. And I mean, you can bring a camera and stuff, take pictures, and sure that. I just don't want like.
No, it's not like that. Yeah, he's good like that.
No, I know. I don't really know him, but that's why I kind of figured that. But I just say that with everybody, right?
You have to.
I'm not talking specifically to any individual.
Yeah, no. People say it to me too. Like, I have this team up in the mountains now, and we have to some people have certain rules about like what they want done on their land when we go there, if we do go there, and depending on that is depending who I send, you know what I mean? Like I'm like so habitual now with whipping out my camera, like I don't even know, like I just like I'm so used to just ripping it out and using it. I wasn't always that way. Now that's just part. It's like part of me, you know what I mean? And I have to leave it. If I don't want to use it, like I have to leave it behind because it's become so habitual that I just take it out.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I have to like slap my own hand. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Is Sasquatch Confessions, is that Jared?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, of course he's welcome.
Yeah.
That's just a rule for everybody, right? Like, it's kind of like, I mean, I always have my camera and whatever with me, but because I use it for teaching or whatever, because the glyphs are kind of a teaching tool and kind of an introductory way for people to get, introduced to them and whatever. So I do that. But the only thing I don't do is when I hold my gatherings, I mean, out of respect, because it's a family gathering, like they're family to us, as Jared knows. So I'm not saying anything he doesn't know, or I'm just explaining it. And so we don't go around like trying to trick him in with pictures or game cams or stuff like that. We just hang out and we have fun and they come in and they work with us and it's an amazing experience. It's about respect, right? Total respect. It's just not the time.
You don't want somebody live streaming the whole damn thing, right? I get it.
No. I do interviews there or whatever with people and talk about their experiences or whatever, because then you can turn that into a teaching experience. I just don't want people trying to run around. Well, like the typical ape guys or whatever, which I know Jared isn't anyway. So I mean, I don't even know why I said that, man. Too early in the morning.
Because you didn't know who it was at first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's all right.
Anyway, if Jared wants to get a hold of me and whatever, and find out where it is, and he wants to show up, absolutely.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I mean, we're friends on Facebook, right? So it should work out pretty good.
Yeah, the cryptid crip walk. Yeah.
Send me Mike.
The cryptid crip walk. I don't know if you know what the crip walk is, but it's like it's like a gang that the Crips do, like a dance that the gang the Crips do, and it's like, and I was just making a joke the other night. I said maybe they do the Crip walk, and that's why they like the color blue, and they're part of the gang. It was just a bad joke that actually went over pretty funny. When I'm solo camping, the stupidest crap comes out of my mind. Just sit there hanging out with everybody. Prayers for everyone, Scotty. Either for Grandma, want nothing but the best for you and anyone else dealing with health issues. Yeah, good stuff, bro. Respect. Oh wow, Bigfoot loves Nutella sandwiches. I mean, I don't know who doesn't. I don't know who doesn't. I'm lucky if it makes it onto the bread. I've been known to slam a finger in there and just.
Is that chocolate spread?
Hazelnut, yeah. It looks like chocolate, but it's it's like it might be chocolate hazelnut, I guess.
Definitely heard of it, but I don't think I've ever tried it. Is it good?
Oh, you got
obviously.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Ma? You're from my generation. Is it good?
I don't eat it. I don't know. I like peanut butter and walnut butter and almond butter and those, but I think I tasted Nutella quite a while back.
Oh my God, what is going on with you guys? You never had it either? Wait, you never had it, Arla?
I've tasted it. It's been a long time, but it tasted all right. I'm just about the only thing I eat a lot of. Well, I actually don't eat a lot of it. Is peanut butter, but
I don't care for it either anymore.
I love peanut butter and
what? You sounded like you were like completely enamored with it like a second ago. I know.
No, peanut butter. I'm talking about. Like but I guess it's because we grew up broke, so like I ate peanut butter so damn much, and then this one too, the Cryptid Hunters.
You know what I like? I like peanut butter, like just thick on a sandwich. And if you really want to treat, add a little bit of honey to it. Peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Oh, you're such
sorghum. You got to have sorghum if you've got good sorghum. But I
don't even know what that.
South.
I don't even know what sorghum is.
It's sorghum. It's like really, really good molasses.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
that's weird.
It's made from sorghum grain from the plant.
No, that sounds good. That sounds good.
It is good. It's very good. Very high in iron and good stuff.
Peanut butter and sorghum sandwich.
I like to get a good jam going if I can, but I mean I'll settle for just peanut butter and jelly, but it like I said, I think we used to eat it so much when I was young. I was just like I'm so turned off by it.
What was the one Elvis ate?
Peanut butter
and bananas toasted or something.
And something else with it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Fluff, peanut butter and fluff is good. You ever had that? The marshmallow stuff?
Yeah. Fluff.
Yeah, it's called Fluff. Well, Fluff is the company, I guess, but it's like it's like marshmallow
cream. Yeah, it's like a marshmallow cream.
No, man, I haven't had any fluff on my peanut butter.
I love peanut butter and fluff.
Except unless I dropped the sandwich on the carpet and pulled up some hair and stuff.
You gotta.
Well, fluff.
God, forget about it. This guy can't teach this guy. Can't teach this guy nothing.
What kind of powder?
Let me guess. He puts ketchup on his pasta. This guy.
Who, me? Hey man, now that's drawn that you know that hurt.
I'm just messing. I know.
You couldn't have told me anything more insulting than that.
You're a good guinea. You're all right. You're all right, Spider. peanut butter and sliced banana. Well, this just went really
That's good.
far left. And I had like a health food egg sandwich for breakfast. And oh my God, let me tell you, the box had a bunch of numbers on it instead of like appetizing words. And
Numbers.
yeah, I guess diet people, I don't know. I guess they know what they mean. I don't, but I'll tell you what it meant. My translation is that it tastes like crap. The picture had like cheese dripping off of it, and an actual egg on there. This thing was the best thing on it was the biscuit. The best thing on it was the biscuit. The eggs were terrible. There was no cheese at all. Just something that made it stick. I was gross, real bad. The sausage. If I would have thrown it against a wall, it would have bounced up and hit me back in the face. It was like a. I don't even know. It was horrible. It was like a rubber band.
Hey, what do you guys think of? Like, I don't like this. I've had it a couple of times when I didn't see it on like when I'm ordering, I didn't notice it. What do you think of an egg on a hamburger? I can't take that.
I had it once. This guy, I was in the army with him, I guess. Well, it was afterwards, but it was in a program we were in together for the military but we weren't in the military still. But anyway, we were barbecuing and like whipping up stuff and like, just shooting the breeze. And he's like, tonight I'm making everybody, I don't know what the hell he called him, but he's from Texas. So he was like, I'm going to make this kind of burger. And I'm like, whatever. And I mean, the process was insane. And it was like, there was so much stuff on it. And at the end, he topped it off with an egg. I believe he cracked eggs and dropped them on top. I don't know I forget now what it's called. Like, maybe it's just called a Tex burger. I don't know. I really don't know. The Cryptid Huntress of 5-star cook. Who told you that? Who told you that?
Yeah, but what was the verdict with the egg? Did you like it or what the hell?
I did. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was different. I forget what I want to say it had like. I can't remember anymore, but I want to say it had it had weight. It wasn't just an egg on the burger. There was a lot more to it. It was really weird. It's really weird. I want to say it had barbecue sauce and like onions and mushrooms and like it was a weird concoction. Shit on a shingle. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Arla, you're not supposed to laugh at this crap. We're trying to have serious conversations here, and no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, we're here to have a good time. We're here to have a good time.
You invited the wrong people for that.
Yeah, no, we're definitely here to have a good time. I don't care where it goes, as long as everyone has a good time and it's good motivation. I just want to start the day off right. This
is the pilot. This is the pilot show, right?
Yeah, this is the pilot.
If you can start your day off with laughter, your day is going to be so much better. And you're living with a Cajun. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the laughter gets overwhelming with all of his Cajun platitudes and crazy remarks and stuff. There's always laughter here, but there's always laughter around me too.
I know exactly what you mean. My buddy Mike lives Red Creek Mountain. He lives he's in Mississippi, but it's very close to New Orleans on that side, I guess. And I know what you mean. Some of the stuff he says, it's not even his accent, it's the verbiage. It's the words he uses. I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, I would never piece that stuff together to make a sentence.
I know exactly what you're saying. One morning, this man loves Cheese Whiz now, loves Cheese Whiz, and he
Oh
loves
yeah.
it on crackers.
Well,
Well, I was fixing him some crackers and Cheese Whiz, and I handed him one, and the cheese slipped off the cracker, and I went, "Oh no, your cheese slipped off the cracker." And he looked up at me and he said, "Honey, the cheese slipped off my cracker a long time ago."
uh,
I was like,
uh,
he's right. He was right. So, oh wow,
whoa,
Littlefoot's grandma, she worked in the sorghum fields. Yep,
wow.
I've done that too. Oh my gosh, I
10,
didn't do it for $2 an hour. I
10 to
did it
14
for
years
myself.
old, swinging a machete, cutting the weeds out for $2 an hour.
Yep,
No lie, about lost my big toe. Damn,
yep.
I'm pretty sure she's out by you somewhere, in one of those flat states.
Excuse me? You don't
Yeah,
know much about Oklahoma if you think we're a flat state. All you know is about the plains. We've got
Hey,
well,
hey,
they're not
hey,
mountains to a lot of people.
is it they got a lot of 38 they got a lot of 38 triple D's out there. They're not flat,
I,
believe me.
I don't know anything about anything out there.
I've heard that all my life, and I've lived many decades.
as,
And
as far
part of
as I'm
Oklahoma
concerned,
is flat,
look,
but yeah, we've got the Comiskey Mountains and Arbuckle Mountains, Wichita Mountains, Washita Mountains that come in from Arkansas, and the Comiskey do too. But we've got sand dunes and other stuff too. So, but it is funny people's perception
sounds
of
exciting.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
It's so
And the people, the local people in the Comiskey Mountains will tell you there are more Bigfoot there than there are people part of the time. So that's a lot. That's a lot.
What's your show called here?
I
Costa?
don't know. I have no idea. Oh, a unique unity. That's what we called it today. Unique unity.
No, you gotta
Because
have like
we're all
you gotta have a regular name, man, so like people can find it.
yeah. No. See, that's where you get me messed up. Thinking I have that kind of organizational skill.
Well,
So
maybe we can help you out here. Maybe we can come up with a name, right?
no, I'm too fickle for that. I thought about it, but I've done so many different things where I've changed, and I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe something for a morning show, but I mean, yours is called Pork and Beans. How are you gonna help me?
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
but unique unity.
It's not. That's not the name of the show. It's just like it's a topic. So literally,
Yeah.
it's just really there for me. Like I just figured we have. It was
It's
really
almost
just.
like
Go
unique
ahead.
unity. Is unity unique? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
it doesn't make no damn sense. Probably, like I said, I did that shit at like 3:30 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. We could hop you and come up with something real good.
Yeah. Well, this is not. I'll never use that again. It was just a topic for today. That's all. But yeah, it does need like a.
I think you're doing fine, Mike. Like you're doing. I kind of understand that. Don't peg me down to one
No. It's
particular thing, because I've got all these other things, and something's gonna go, and then you say, "Well, I had this," and I think you're multi-talented. So
thank.
do what you do the way Mike does it, because nobody else does it like Mike.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There you
But
go. There's
I
a
don't
deal.
suggest
Nobody
this. It's
does
like
it like Mike.
this comes with a warning label. Don't try this at home. Don't stay out till 1 in the morning and then wake up at. I went to bed at 2 and then woke up at like 3 or 4 or something and made this show. And then I got up at like 6 and started walking out the 5:30 and started walking out the door at 6. And then I had to stop myself.
You made this show?
You know what I mean?
What did you do?
I made the stream. You know what I mean? In advance. I tried to do it in advance. I tried to have an advanced thought. That's all. That's what I meant. Didn't I send it to you like last night? I don't remember. Maybe I made it earlier than I think.
I think it was like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So that's.
Or was it something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty damn late.
I was asleep.
Bigfoot, Michigan. Rob, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I knew. I was hoping you'd make it. Martin. Yo. Camping with Sasquatch. You really didn't miss much, at least since Brian got here.
I could step over to my piano and play you a little piece.
I'd rather you use that. Where is it? What color is it? You see that light brown thing on the right? It's like a few feet away from the window. Go open that thing and go out it. That is a nice piano. I like the fireplace too. It's really nice. Doing big things. Yeah, I knew Canada was beautiful, but I mean, this is got some nice architecture going.
What can I tell you? A little clash, you know.
That was. It's actually put together really poorly, like in my opinion, anyway. Like
what are you talking about?
The sofas don't match worth a damn, in my opinion. And then that god awful rug behind the god awful couch that doesn't match. And the rest is beautiful, but that's a little off.
It's eclectic. It's eclectic.
I'm just poking
Brian
holes.
is eclectic. So if that were Brian's home, with
that's the thing. You see, I think Mike thinks it is my home.
No, I know it's not. I've seen that damn thing a million times. People use that one a lot. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, I got a lot of guests. A lot of people visit me.
Yeah.
A lot of people do their podcasts in my house.
Right.
Oh boy,
that actually makes a lot more sense now. Yeah. And that must be why you have a stain on the screen. It's the purple. The purple.
It's his
was
leftover energy from the
Yeah.
It's my aura leaking through.
Well, you've got some cracks in it.
Trying to be like your shirt, Arla. He's trying to be like your shirt. Put a little tie-dye on the screen.
Tie-dye in it.
Yeah. So, good morning, everybody. If you're just getting here, this is the morning show. We have some time still remaining. We lost a lot of time because, I'm a disaster. And so was Brian. Arla was good. Arla was prepared. She had the least notice, and she was on point.
Yeah, I think it was like 7 something when I got up and looked at the deal, because I was like, man, I am not getting out of this hammock. There's a cool breeze blowing. No mosquitoes can get to me. I'm just going to lay here. And the wind would come through and rock me really gently. And I was like, oh, this. And then I hear my phone come alive and go ping. And it was Mike.
It was me bothering you real early in the morning.
It's fine. I needed to get up anyway and walk back to the house to get some coffee. So
I'm good like that.
Good.
So what's the topic for today? Or are we done?
Damn it. I just told you. We have a unique unity. we
yeah,
have.
but I'm trying to gently guide you into the topic, so that's why I kind of
Oh,
said that.
I see. Oh, all right.
Gently.
Well done, sir. Well done. So the
Yeah,
topic
see,
doesn't
because
matter.
after all, I am I am a professional of more than 200.
You
Oh
are,
Lord.
yeah, you are,
Oh Lord.
yeah.
Oh
You know,
Lord.
you are,
No, I'm just
you are, you and Michael. I mean,
Todd,
I'm not,
I
you get.
was doing podcast when you was just a whisper.
I know. Well, we base our podcast on chaos, so it's been a pretty good formula so far.
I'm good with chaos.
I
And,
always
and
wonder
look
if
at
the
and
guests.
we got you right up to tune. I mean, look at this. I mean,
I always
kind
wonder
of
if the guests know that we're gonna that because sometimes like it's just you and it's pork and beans and that's it, right? And then other times there's like 7 of us up there, and like I wonder if they know we're coming. You know what I mean? Like, or they just get in there and they're like, "What the hell happened here?" You know? Like,
Yeah. And it actually runs pretty smooth with several people in there. You know, the thing about it, we are all family. And your group that watches you consistently are your family too. And so what happens is we just all kind of bring everybody's family together and enjoying being a part of that. And I
yeah,
don't see a lot of negativity from people coming into, and I've watched your podcast and I always watch the comments. Um, and you just don't see that, but you don't bring that energy to the people either.
yeah. Yeah, well, I
Negative
will. Yeah,
problem.
and if it comes in, I don't let it live here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people will
Yeah. It
tolerate
can
it
come
because they
through,
want numbers and crap like that. But I've always had standards, quality over quantity, but I appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes sometimes you wonder, right, if you're doing good, if you're doing the right thing, But uh, you just gotta put your head down and keep going in the direction you're going.
you know in your heart what you're supposed to be doing. And
Sure.
that's all you have to
It's
be
it's
totally concerned with.
it's the
So,
public side, like doing we do our works every day, all day, every day, right? This is just a small part of it when we're public, but right, like that part's easy. Like at this point, like yeah, I know what I'm doing with that. It's when I come here that I like kind of stutter step, because it's like how do I get this into words, and how do I should I share today, or should I just present myself and just be present and see where it goes, or should I have a heat-seeking missile and like stay on target the whole time, and that's just where because I could talk the whole time, right? We all could. We have a million experiences, but it's what's good, when you come
from
here,
my
it's like,
perspective of watching you, it doesn't make any difference what part of your life you're doing. You share Mike with them. And that's what's important. You're sharing yourself, who you are. And no, you're not the type of person. Okay, we're going to stay right here on topic. And sometimes you don't need to stay on that topic. There are other things that need to be talked about, and they may not have anything to do with anything that you were bringing, but it's connecting with those people in
yeah.
a personal way. You're connecting to family and friends, and that's so important. And letting them see who you are. I love that.
Mhm. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Camping with Sasquatch, a little light coffee talk. Someone asked Steve Isdall if Sasquatch are here to help us or annihilate us. Steve added, or maybe just watch us perish.
that's pretty funny,
Uh,
but
it is
I don't
fun.
believe that.
No, of course not. But
They're,
that's
they're,
our
they're here.
but that's our
They're,
experience. Like
Yeah.
that's our experiences. We know why they're here for us. But there's so many people out there still walking in circles with this. Just round and round they go, round and round they go, round and round they go. And it's painful to watch. Like it's painful to watch. It is. I still get people once in a while. How do you know they're not grooming you and like grooming? Why the? You know anybody that would just like buy you dinner for 5 years just to chop your head off? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you know what I mean? Doesn't make sense to me, but
Why?
Years ago, I was working with a guy who was having a lot of interaction, and I got to know him and his life thoughts very well. And he said to me one day, "Well, that they're only amassing numbers so that they can take all the humans out. And I'm going to be
right.
okay because I'm going to be right there with them, helping them." Well, one of the things that Kashima told me was they come to us within our own understanding, and it is up to us
Yep.
to open our heart and let
Yep.
go of the things
Mhm.
that don't take us to be a better person for ourselves mainly, but for everything. And so this man felt like people had always been mean to him. They had always put him down. He didn't like people. And so what he did was he made his reality with them. And he firmly believed that was going to happen because he couldn't let go of some of the things in his life that weren't going to help him grow. So, you see that, and I've seen it with a lot of people. I've seen people like him that they opened that heart and they began to let go of things, and they just became this beautiful, caring, loving person. But it's up to the individual what you're going to learn from them. And if you think you're in this to learn about them, well, you are. But if your heart's open, you're going to find out who you are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
totally.
And I was going to say,
Yeah.
you know, the reason why so many different people like there seems to be one consistent message with a lot of the people that I connect with anyway. That's like love, division, no judgment, all that kind of stuff, like the core things or whatever. But one thing I found out with the Sasquatch from my experience is that they support everybody according to who they are, whatever. I mean, they will support you even if they don't necessarily support it personally, or it's not necessarily something good for you. And that's because of the free choice and the lessons or whatever. So they basically mirrors or whatever. If you want to think that you're King Tut or whatever, for instance,
Mhm.
they're not going to tell you that you're not, because they support us unconditionally. And that goes along with the pimples, the things that because even we learn from the negative experiences too, right? We're here.
Yeah.
We're here in a school. We're here in a school. We're here for a soul school. So we have to have the free choice to make decisions that may be perceived as negative and positive, because it's kind of like the whole experience that we're looking for, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, that's why like some people will say, well, I wonder why my Sasquatch wouldn't support that, or I don't know why they would say this, or this person would say that. It's because they're supporting them unconditionally.
Right.
But I do think there is a core set of values that they have a message for us as people, and that's about the love and the division and no judgment and all that kind of stuff. At least I'll stand by that. That's what I think. But I don't know. Do you see that?
I mean, we hear
I know Arla does. You know, I know
we
Arla
hear that on a mass scale, but it's because of the people that we're in contact with on a regular basis. Now, the public doesn't hear it enough, right? The public gets monster stories like nonstop, and this is what it is, right? It outweighs the truth, and yeah, there's all these attack stories, but I mean, who's telling all these stories? Definitely not people who've been attacked by a Sasquatch, because Sasquatch attacks you, you're not telling anything. You're not talking to nobody about nothing. I'm just saying that thing. At the very least, your whole body was rearranged, like Mr. Potato Head. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. You know, but that's the beauty of them, is like they are the biggest, baddest mofos, but it's not about that. They're just like, they walk around loving and like big teddy bears. Like walk around loving and like everything's equal. They could walk around like bullies and be bigger and better, but that's totally so far removed from what they are about. And again, I can only talk from personal experience, right? But I mean, there's so much of it. Like I see so much of it now. It's widespread. Derek, I don't want to ignore you, buddy. I have no idea what they do with the remains. My guess is that it's some people say that they bury it. I used to think that, but I just honestly I don't really know. I really don't know.
I think they do bury them. I think some tribes bury them under big mounds of rocks and huge rocks and stuff, like some of the indigenous people did. I don't know. What do you think, Mom?
Well, it's totally their choice what to have done. They're interdimensional.
Yeah.
So they don't even have to stay here. That's like people say, oh my God, what are they going to eat in the woods? Well, number one, we could live in the woods if we knew what to eat. But they don't have to be here. They choose to be in this dimension. And from everything I've learned, my multi-decade life, is that they love this earth and they love that physical life on this earth. And so they choose what they want to do with that. No, they don't have to be buried. They can be in the other dimension.
Right.
And
that's what I was thinking.
Problem as far as food, other things, that's not a problem. You have those who do stay and want to stay in this 3D physical being all the time, and a lot of them do. And most of the time those are the ones that get seen or are interacted with or whatever. And now, since so many things are changing with humans, we're being able to know when they go from one dimension to the other, because we're seeing so many things and so many connections. I've always known about the connection of them with the star people. They're connected to everything. We're connected with everything. And so there is no separation of anything. It's just being in that place within your heart, being open and accepting, what it is you're seeing. Now, in the physical, number one, they're big, they're loud, and they're hairy. So if you misunderstand their nature, then yeah, you're probably going to think they were coming to eat your lunch and you along with it. But I don't see any hard proof that happens at all.
I have heard of a story of a Sasquatch walking up to a native fellow, and this is not and this is just this particular story, but I've heard the same kind of thing in many different stories, and even and not even First Nations people, like all kinds of people, where a Sasquatch will walk up to them, like say a fisherman, stand right in front of them, and they'll have like two fish or something, and the Sasquatch will take one and leave
Yeah.
the other one and just walk off, you know. And
Yeah.
it's and I mean that's something I've experienced from my early days with gifting and whatever. But they're really they're just really the most decent people you could really meet. I mean their integrity and their loyalty to their friends and their wisdom and their caring is you know, we talk about the humanity of, you know, of it as if it's some noble kind of attribute or whatever, even though we don't kind of live up to it, but they really do live up to those ideals that we would like
Yeah.
to attribute to ourselves, you know?
Well, what I've gotten from that in the past is that that it's not a bad person and they don't deserve, you know, there's nothing that they really need to learn except like you know how the natives back in the day would use everything on a deer, right? Everything. They wouldn't waste anything. And they wouldn't hunt in excess, and that's what some people do. Fishermen, hunters, they take more than they need, and or they're doing it for the wrong reasons. Those are the ones that sometimes get the whole deer snatched, or if it's like a guy who's catching too many fish, more than he seems to need, and the Sasquatch would somehow tell that. It's kind of like a quick lesson, and like, you know, like we'll take that. You know what I mean? Like, you have enough there, buddy. So
Yeah.
not to live in excess. You know what I mean? Like,
The other thing is that if people have problems with Sasquatch people poaching their fruit trees or eggs or chickens or anything virtually, you know the best way I think to handle it is just to talk to them like people and say, hey, how about we come up with an idea? I don't mind you taking a little bit, but how about we share?
mm-hmm.
You know, and I've heard a lot of people suggest that, and it works. You know, I'm not saying it's going to work every time.
I've had the 50-50 rule for years. They can have 50% of anything I grow or that I have that is a food source. And they follow that to the letter and have proved it many, many times, you know, through the years that they honor that. And it was the kids. I mean, the kids are the biggest pranksters in the world, and they do things like a lot of kids do things. But you know, just speaking from your heart and saying, you know, explaining yourself, they already know that. And so there is a lesson that comes from that as well for us. And it's just the coolest thing when you've got this, you've talked with them about something, and then they honor that, and you have all of this physical proof that they're doing it. I mean, even down to I grind my own corn, used to grind my own corn for cornmeal that I use for ceremony. Well, I ground some one day and I took a quart bag of, or no, a pint bag of cornmeal down into the woods where I would go, and I tied it to a tree with a vine. Well, when I went back down there, it had been taken down, but it had been put back up and retied with a vine, but very different than I did. There, half of the cornmeal was left. Now, how did they do that? You had to open the bag, the Ziploc bag, and get the cornmeal out.
Yeah.
And close the bag and put it back up and tie it. Now, that's to the 50%. They've done it with my little grandson. They've done it with fruit that I grow, food that I grow. It's just amazing their honor that they have.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I want to listen to you ever.
I got the same kind of stories, and humor too.
Well,
There's a
that's
lot
what
of
I wanted
humor.
to ask you guys. Arla touched on the youngsters being pranksters. Like, I was wondering if you guys wanted to touch on that a little bit because I always love those stories. Like, just hearing the things that they do.
Yeah.
What did you
I've
want? I
been
can tell.
laughed at. I've been laughed at many times.
I'll tell you a neat one that involves gifting
Sure.
with a blue jay, and there's a lot of different elements to this story. So anyway, I was at one of my gifting areas, and I had some little toys I was leaving them. I had 3 little cat tennis balls, right? The little tiny ones.
Yeah.
3 little seashells and 3 glass rocks, I think. And I lined them all up side by side. And for some reason, I thought, I don't know why, it makes sense. Like, I take pictures of glyphs and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll take a picture of something to see if there's going to be a change because I'm leaving something, because the next time I go back, I want to see if there's a change or whatever. But normally I wouldn't have taken a picture of that for some reason, because I knew how they were. It was pretty standard, one on top of the other, 3 rows. And but for some reason I thought, I think I'm going to take a picture this time. And I just want people to understand that like the Sasquatch mind speak is also like thought placement, whatever, thought placement. So a lot of times they'll put a thought in your head, and you'll think that it's yours, but it's leading to something that they want you to discover. And after them doing it over and over and over again, you begin to realize what's going on. So I thought, okay, I'll take a picture. So as soon as I took the picture, I noticed a blue jay flew in and landed like about maybe 10 feet away from me on a branch, right like at my eye level, and was looking at me. So I turned my back. I don't even think I walked. I might have walked back maybe a foot or two from where I left the little offering, and started taking 3 or 4 pictures of the blue jay. And he was posing and he was hanging around or whatever. And as soon as I looked back, I noticed one of the something was changed on the little arrangement I made. One of the shells wasn't there.
Oh wow!
And so I checked my camera, and I'm looking at it, and it's as I remembered. So I'm glad I took the picture. And then I looked, and 3 feet over to the right, it was sitting on a root, like that was out of the ground or whatever. 3 feet to the left of where I initially placed it.
Yeah.
And so, so what happened is, like Sasquatch can see through the eyes of birds, or they can shapeshift into them, or they can utilize them to their means or whatever, or they can pretty well give us any sensory, audible, or visual experience that they want and put it into our field of perception. So whatever, I was being distracted by the blue jay, right? Was in on it. The blue jay was in on the prank, and I was looking at the blue jay and whatever while some shenanigans were going on.
I call them squatch drones.
Behind my back. Now
I call them
either
squatch drones.
Yeah, I mean, they could have crawled up and done it physically or whatever. I mean, they could have stopped time or whatever. Even, I mean, believe it or not, because I've seen things appear and disappear right in front of my eyes, kind of thing, and it's a time related thing, like it's pretty heavy stuff, but whatever. So anyway, but that was one of them, and that one I'll never forget because it was just so many lessons in there, right? So many lessons about how did they do it? Did they manipulate time?
Yeah, I know.
Thought placement, all those things you start to realize and their abilities, and in some of these experiences that we have, you can see examples of a bunch of them, like in the same experience, right?
It's always mind blowing too, because like it's one thing to have it happen out in the woods where like you're like, whoa, but then when it starts happening around the house, that's You know what I mean? And like people are like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, and like, so I try to come up with something to compare it to, right? That people understand. And all I can come up with is it's kind of like a friendly, funny poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like how
Yeah,
they just
kinda.
mess with stuff and make crap fly around. Like something moves.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They're cool.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, like
I think
they'll hide
the
stuff on you
funniest.
too, right?
Yeah,
They'll
hide
hide
stuff
Oh,
stuff
or
on
yeah.
you.
make they like to make stuff appear under my butt. Now, like I get up, like I mean I'm sitting there and I stand up and then it's like
And
it's
it's
there.
there.
Yeah, and it's like so when I go to sit back down, like I just adjust and I go and I look to sit back down. There's something there, and I probably never look to sit back down except for when there's a gift there. It's almost like it's like there's a program in my brain now that makes me look at where I was sitting. It's all by design, and I say that all the time. It's by design. It's by design. It's not an accident. That's not an accident. Like this is by design. And when I say that, like it just means like I'm trying to portray that this was all like a master plan brought together. And it's
Yeah.
usually a beautiful thing to watch and see, when it's almost like
Yeah.
a game of like Clue. And I was jokingly saying that the other day. I was like, oh, it was Colonel Mustard and with the lead pipe and the billiard. You remember that game? Clue?
Yeah.
It's almost like you get a couple of clues and then it's like, yeah, like I won.
Yep. That's cool.
Yeah.
And
I-
they're very good at it. Very
so
good
good.
at it.
One time they took my keys. Like I wanted to go somewhere,
All time.
and I was looking in my room for 2 hours. My friend and I, we had someplace to go, and I was looking in places where I knew for sure it wasn't, like inside boxes and stuff. Like I wouldn't put my key inside a box,
No, right, yeah.
right? Like a gift box, or like a where you put your jewelry or whatever, something like that. I'm looking everywhere, man. Like tore the room apart. So this gift box or whatever it was, this is what I think it kind of was. The third time I looked in it, where there was no chance it was going to be, third time I looked in it, it was in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing, right?
Like, so
Ooh.
they're.
Prayers for him. Prayers for him.
Yep. About the funniest thing, well, it's not the funniest, but I still remember it so well. And it was hilarious hearing them giggle. And they do. I've heard them belch. I've heard them hiccup. I've heard them giggle. I've heard them do everything that we do. They know not to bother me once I go to sleep. Do not wake me up. I'm generally a very easygoing woman. I don't get upset unless you wake me up when I'm sleeping really good. Well, they knew. Well, I was in my tent, my little old, what I called one woman and a dog tent, which was a very little tent. And it was a very, very bright night. So you could literally see trees and things through the tent. And I'm laying there and it's like 4:00 and something wakes me up and I look and I can see there's 3 little figures with 2 little hands, 6 little hands that have a hold of the front of my tent and they're shaking it. And I woke up and I said, "You woke me up." And I heard them. I could hear them running off and giggling as they did. So it was like, and these were very small ones. It was like we knew we weren't supposed to do that, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And after I woke up and was sitting there, I started laughing because just that, seeing that, those 3 little figures with 6 little hands having a hold of the front of that tent, shaking it.
That's really good. Yeah.
So,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say they love to prank me. They've laughed at me. I love Celine Dion and Leon Lewis, and I'll sing them in the woods. And sometimes I get laughed at when I do that, but I still do it.
Yeah.
I love that they
Yeah.
do that.
That's amazing. Yeah, Miss Linda and RG, they're down in Texas, and they always get pranksters, the little ones, and they'll hear them laughing, and like
Yeah.
the one giggles like real loud, like he just he giggles real loud because he'll do stuff like move the pictures a little bit in the hallway or whatever, and then like they'll be like, "Is that you?" And then I'll hear a loud giggle. That's so funny.
Yep.
I have numerous overnight recordings when I'm snoring loud, and then stuff starts hitting my tent until I stop.
I've heard that so many times through the years from people who snore and
Man.
go out. They literally wake them up.
Snoring kills me. Like man, there was this one guy, and he was like so far away from me in another tent, and he was snoring. It was so loud. It sounded like he was like somebody was sawing wood next to the tent. Like, like it's so just so bad. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, we'll wrap up here shortly. We were gonna wrap up a while ago, but
What was the topic today?
I don't know. There was something involved here.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Well, we talked about.
We'll get a flow going. I really got to get a time down, and then like you said, we've got to find a good name for it, and then figure out scheduling. But I'm such a fickle creature where, like, I have such a very mixed bag of a life that there's so many variables involved that it's every time I start doing something on schedule, it's just like it's just meant to be changed anyway, So it's kind of why I do things on such a flexible, like random schedule, and it just the way it is for me right now. But I'm trying. We're gonna make an attempt. We're gonna make a good go for the goal, but we'll see. Alan, what's up, buddy? All the way from the UK. What time is it over there? Yeah, about 4 p.m. almost. Yeah, I know. I remembered it this time, but it really wasn't like you guys know. Whatever I put up in that, I literally don't even know what I put in that title section sometimes.
Unique unity.
Yeah, unique unity.
What does that mean?
It sounded good. It sounded good when I said it to myself in my head. Yeah, probably sitting dark, trying to like hold my phone. I probably did it with my eyes closed too.
This is a wonderful, unique topic. It is just something else. And the unity that you're seeing with the chat and everything else. I mean, yeah. And the flow goes where the flow needs to go.
That's right.
So,
that's right. There's good. Always, there's what I've learned is a topic is just a topic. If there's something that needs to trump it, or there's some, where it goes in a different direction, always let it go. And it's there. It's like a safety net if there's any dead space to go back to. But I don't feel like we ever really need it. Never really need a topic necessarily. It's good to start with.
Or can hold a topic. So maybe it.
You can't even hold your face on a screen.
Oh yeah, your face is as ugly as my. What
do you suggest for someone with activity on their property and feels afraid? I'll just talk over Brian.
I suggest they run for the hills. No, I'm just joking.
My God.
You get. No.
Well, someone with activity on their property and feels afraid. Um, depends, right? Like it depends. It
Yeah,
depends what kind of
that's a personal
yeah.
thing in working with someone. Number one, I always tell people if you're out and you think that they're around and you're getting that feeling that is uncomfortable, start talking to them.
Yeah,
Tell
keep a
them who you
respect.
are. Tell them, yeah, why you're there. And because that creates that this is someone that you're talking to.
Mhm.
If you still feel bad about how it feels, it's simple. Walk away. Now, if it's on your property, you're going to have to, number one, quit watching YouTube videos that show they're ripping people's arms off
Yeah. Yep.
and they're doing all this stuff. What you
Yep.
feed your mind is the
Yeah.
experiences that you're going to have. That's pretty simple.
Yep. That's right. And then don't wage war. First of all, do not wage war. It's not.
No,
It's gonna make everything worse. It's gonna heighten everything. The ones that can protect you, or and that you misunderstood, are now the ones that can't save you from everything else that's gonna want to bang down your door. Don't wage war. Definitely have respect. Through it all, have respect and just understand that even though you bought a piece of land, it's not ours. Like we don't own. We think we own land because we purchased it from another human being. But it's Mother Earth's. It's everybody's. We all share it. It is our home. It is where we choose to rest our heads. So but there is, just because our fence line goes there doesn't mean Sasquatch aren't in the wood line and they weren't there before us. So,
no.
I know a lot of different situations where a lot of different people have scenarios where this goes on, and there's different degrees and different levels to it. So it's all situational, but yeah, I know it's all situational. What
Yeah.
might work for me might not, work for somebody else. I don't know. It's hard to say, but
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
like I said, they've always been there. If they haven't done anything up to this point, they're not going to do anything. They've been here since before we were. And for definite, if you move on to a piece of property or if you've lived on it your whole life, they're there. And for whatever reason that this has become apparent to you, it's for a good reason. And
Yeah.
so you just have to work through, find someone that can help you, that you can talk to you and support, what's going on. Uh, don't try to do it all by yourself. I mean, you can, but it's just so much better to talk to someone who has done this and doesn't have all of that big hairy monster that's going to break in your locked door. Uh, a lock means nothing, you know.
I,
oh
So
shit! I'm
I,
pretty sure half of these guys could pick up our houses and just move them. I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty. Give me that thing. Like,
I
I
agree. I agree
yeah,
with what everybody said. I would just say, people just need to be more educated. You
yeah,
know, I'll talk to people who know what they're really all about because they're not monsters. They don't want to hurt you. If they wanted to hurt you, they could be right beside you and rip your head off like a pimple,
yeah,
and
hmm
and you wouldn't even know it. So
yeah,
it's just it's education. People need to be educated as to who they are, and really, there's
yeah. They're
if
the
you
mafia
respect
of the
it,
woods.
if
The
you
mafia of
respect
the
them,
woods.
and
If they wanted you dead, you wouldn't have never heard a thing.
if you respect them, if you talk to them, like Arla said, if you maybe even if you want to give them a little gift or something, say, hey, hi neighbor, whatever. I mean, they're people, so they're reasonable and they're actually good neighbors. So there's really nothing to be afraid of.
But Brian, what about the Gugway? What about the grass man? What about the what, I can't even think of other bad ones. I can't even think of other ones that people. That's like the answer I always get. But there's bad ones too. There's rogue ones, and there's this and that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. These people are living to talk about their experiences, which tells me that they weren't trying to kill them, for one thing. The other thing is
I agree, man.
Is you can have two identical experiences.
Okay, good point.
You could be driving by and you could see a Sasquatch up on the hill screaming, and somebody like us or whatever would say, "There's my friend, and what a wonderful experience, and wow, that was awesome. I love it."
Yeah.
Other guy would be driving off the side of the cliff thinking that he just escaped with his life, right? And it was the most terrifying thing that ever happened to him. So it's all about perception and stuff, right? And
what's in your mind? What's in your mind about them? That's like the story that I tell about that very thing. I was at a gathering in the Comanche Mountains. There was a young man there. We had talked during the day, and he wasn't for sure what they were. And he was afraid, of what they might be. And so, as I do, we were sitting around a campfire. It was probably midnight or so. I get up and I'll walk off into the woods by myself. And I got up from the campfire, didn't say anything to anybody, and started walking off. And he said, "Miss Arla, can I go with you?" And I said, "Sure, come on." So we started off down this little one-lane dirt road. And it's, lots of trees, cedars and pines and other things. And as we're walking, we hear bipedal footsteps coming up to our right. Mm-hmm. And it's like right behind the tree line and the brush line. And he gets right up to where he's just right there. Close to us, and the young man grabs my arm and he said, "Are you afraid?" And I said, "No, I'm not afraid." And I looked at him and I said, "Are you afraid?" And he grabbed my arm with his other hand and he said, "Yes, I don't know what he's trying to do to me, or like, what's he gonna do to me?" And I tried to talk to him and calm him down, and I couldn't. So I said, "We'll just go back to the cabin and the fire." So if you took 2 reports from that incident, you took mine. Walking down the dirt road, I hear bipedal footsteps. He walks up. He's right here behind the tree line. No big deal.
Yeah.
If you get his. We were walking down the road. We hear bipedal footprints. He comes up. He's right there, and he's trying to do something to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the very same encounter.
Yeah.
But he had already said he had a fear.
Well, with time and situation, you know what I mean? Like different. Sometimes with time too. If that was his first time out, and like you said, like. Up to that point, he probably had only heard like a lot of monster stories, and then he liked what you heard. He wanted to, everything in him said, I feel like this is true, and he probably went with you, but he could not shake that.
Nope.
Right? All the horror in his head was trumping what was really happening, which was nothing really. It was just phantom footsteps of an interdimensional being. Sasquatch that was standing there hanging out. It's really a beautiful thing, but we can perceive it as such a. I mean, I'm so used to that, like just hearing them walking with me, like, and just being like, like I just literally like it's just a phantom footsteps. It's just what I've titled it, Oh, there's phantom footsteps again. Like they're just over here somewhere. Can't see them, but they're there. It's just. Yeah. Judy, good morning. I guess good to see you, bro. All right. Well, we are going to wrap this one up, I believe. Also, amazing example, Arla. So much to be learned from that. Yeah, if you guys would like to come back another morning, I mean, I'm sure we can. We have a million things we could talk about, and maybe we can invite more of the other Pork and Beans crew and ask them their feelings on peanut butter and jelly and
Well,
the important topics. Nutella.
you got the main. You got the important one, sure.
Yeah, right. That's because you want. That's because you want to be the silver fox. You don't want me to. You don't want me to invite the other guys.
Well, I will trump all the food that we've talked about this morning with fry bread, fresh cow's butter, and fresh squeezed sorghum. Or fresh
Well,
sorghum, not
I
squeezed.
have no idea what you just said. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I think I could top that.
Yeah.
I came home with these pork ribs, boneless pork ribs the other day.
No.
And so and we put about 8 of them, or no, maybe 12 of them in the oven, right? And then put this really like exotic barbecue kind of sauce on them.
No.
Oh yeah.
No,
What?
good old fresh fried fry bread, butter, and sorghum.
No. And then like we had like a regular meal, and then the next day, like Sue made fried rice with that barbecue pork in it. Oh my God, man. Oh my Lord.
Is this guy talking still?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
This guy talking. Are you trying to get this show off the air? This is just a normal introduction for the Pork and Bean show, generally, isn't it?
But yeah,
So
this is usually how the first hour goes, and then so something to that. I mean, I'm being dramatic. I don't think that, guys, but it's a great show. Sometimes it goes forever, but
4
it's
hours.
actually, sometimes, I
Mine was
4
4 hours. The longest one that I've been on was a little over 4 hours. It was a good show. There were several people on that we were talking about stuff. But normally, it's a show that you turn on, and while you're doing things around your house or driving or whatever, you listen to it. So it's the best show, for that. And that's a lot of times what I do with yours, Mike. It doesn't appear that I'm listening, but I'm not on there interacting, with
That's all right. I it's so good. I go live quite often, so
yeah. For the first, like, see how good I am at like just. I knew you were just going to say that. Okay, let's end it. I'm absolutely the master at, like, I've had guests where they only want to stay on an hour, and like 3 hours later, I'm apologizing to them because I'm starting to feel bad. Like,
yeah, I know what you do. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. You're not going to override my stomach right now. I haven't eaten breakfast. That wannabe egg sandwich is not.
So what do you
did not do me justice.
What are you going to have? Like some fry bread or some like barbecued pork?
Fried bread.
I don't know. I don't have any money. I don't have any money, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I'm literally probably going to go to Queenstar and then get some fast food. But yeah.
No. Time to get away from that fast food stuff, man. Let's change that today.
I don't ever do it. I'm broke. I hate fast food.
Well, then what was that? What were you talking about? That was just like an imagination, what you would like to do if you could.
What the hell? No.
You say you're going to go get some fast food, and then you say you can't do it because you're broke. So that was just like, if
that's what I said. I don't do it. No, I never get fast food. I'm doing it because I'm broke. So I'm going to use like the dollar menu to my advantage. You know what I mean? Pork and Beans marathons have brought me comfort at night. Oh God, you got I could never listen to that at night. It's a good thing.
I guarantee you, I can guarantee you that no Sasquatch is going to kill anybody while the Pork and Bean show is playing, because they're all listening to the show. So
They're all laughing.
If anybody's afraid of the Sasquatch people, just subscribe to the Pork and Bean show on Facebook or my YouTube channel.
I was waiting for you to plug it.
Yeah, or my YouTube channel, Sasquatch BC, the true story. Because when you listen to that shit, they don't mess around with you.
Nope. And I want to thank you, Mike, for putting up our poster for the Oklahoma Skies paranormal event in November.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be awesome. And we didn't have on that, but the paranormal Flash of Beauty. We're going to be presenting that as well. So people who come to our paranormal event will get to watch the new paranormal Flash of Beauty. And if you haven't seen the first Flash of Beauty, you can go on Tubby or Tubi or whatever you call it and watch it for free. But it's going to be a cool event. Jack Carey is our headline speaker, and he's done a lot of stuff, a lot of TV, a lot of other things. So it's going to be fun.
I think I've seen the trailer, if I'm not mistaken. Am I?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a trailer out. Okay. All right.
The Ashley Stennett and Barb Shoup are in it, and there's going to be some other really cool stuff that's kind of attached to me. So
there's no dollar menu. There's no dollar. There's got to be a dollar menu. Sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked.
He's looking for something to eat. You need to go eat, Mike.
Do you know in 1967, when I was a young man, when the Beatles put out Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, do you know I used to go to McDonald's in Richmond, British Columbia, the first one in Canada, got a hamburger for 17 cents. 17 cents.
What is that? Do you guys use cents up there?
Well, we don't have any common sense. We don't have any common sense, but
no. What kind of money do you use? I mean, what kind of money do they use in Canada? I don't even know.
What are you talking about? What do you mean, man?
It's American money?
No, it's our own money.
Yeah, what is it? What's it called?
Let me see if I can show you well, I can't show you a bill. I don't have a camera. It's all like colorful and shit. It's like all pink and all kinds of different colors. And it's like dollars and like a dollar bill, a $5 bill. No, actually they don't have dollar bills anymore. We get two.
What do they call? What's your money called though? Like dollars?
Cash, man. Dollars and cents. Dollars and shit.
Same thing, dollars.
Yeah, $5 bill, $20 bill, $100.
All right, so yeah, all right. So you ripped off our style, no problem.
And Martin asked if Brian and I were in Flash of Beauty. I was in the first Flash of Beauty, and there will be the essence of me in paranormal Flash.
Apparently, I might not be eating. I'm about to go raid my freezer. I got one more day till payday.
Who's Barn? Arla and Barn.
Yeah, Barnes not in. Well, I think there was some Barnes in there.
He's looking for. I think he meant Barb because he's just like all excited today and commenting a lot. So it's going fast.
And his spelling. He's
always doing that, man.
See, look,
he's always doing that.
White Castle was fun. Oh, maybe I'll try White Castle. There's one of those by my house. Maybe I could get something in there.
What did he say? A 5-cent slider? He was bullshit.
Yeah.
Right?
So White Castle is dangerous, though. Like, I mean, it's dangerous. It's just, I don't know if you guys know what that place is, but it is sketchy.
I heard of it. They made a movie about it, right?
Yes, kind of. That was more a movie about weed, and then it ended at White Castle. Like,
Yeah. No, I know that, but yeah.
Oh, got it. Flash of Beauty also has great podcast episodes on YouTube. Arla was on it. Amazing
Yep.
interview. Well, you did a good interview with her too.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're going to have one of our pork and beans deals, I think it's September the 12th. We're going to talk about Sasquatch connections to the star people and how all that's going and how it has been and stuff that's going on now. So that one's going to
Yep.
be
The real
interesting.
deal.
Hey, did
The
you see the last show
real
we
deal.
Big Pastor? Did you see the last show we did?
I don't watch that crap. Yeah, I was on it. What do you mean?
Yes,
With Carter?
he came and met Carter.
I was there with you for a while. With Carter
Yeah, but
Bouchard?
was that the last show? No, it was
Yeah.
Tom, wasn't it?
No, Tater Tom
Yeah.
was the week before.
No, Tom
Well, you
was the
guys,
last
it wasn't
one.
even a full week. You did Tater Tom on like Thursday or something, and then did a show on Friday. I mean Saturday.
With Carter. So
Yeah.
Carter was the last one.
Right. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was
Anyway,
on there.
Yeah. I did.
Welcome to our pork and beans world.
Anyway, did you see the glyph that they left me in the story behind that the other day?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Usually when you start talking, I tune out.
Bye.
I know. Just like Beans, he takes off too. You notice that every time I tell a story that he goes and but I'm just finishing up and then he's back, right?
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm
But
going to
anyway.
let you guys mess with each other. I've got to go fix.
All right,
some
go
breakfast.
escape. Go ahead. I
I
heard
got to
you.
eat too.
All right, I'll let you free. Arla, we love you. Thank you.
Love you too. Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing it right.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know about that yet. It's a little early.
I'm not telling you.
It's a little early yet. We'll figure it. I'll let you know how you're doing soon. So far,
Raymond, they're on
so far,
Facebook,
yeah.
but
No.
Well,
honestly, so far it's me.
he's on.
Like
They're on Facebook Live, and then he posted on YouTube. But he does put stuff on his YouTube channel, which is pretty good actually. It's not too bad what he puts up. So
who's this?
when you're walking around, you and Sue sometimes too. You guys do good.
What do you mean it's not too bad?
Yeah, it's average.
Oh, geez, man, that was you broke my heart there. I was going to say
No,
your first
stop.
broadcast was
If I watch anybody's stuff, it's because I get something out of it. As much stuff as I do on my own, if I actually sit and watch somebody's stuff, then it's because I like it. So,
yeah.
All right. I'm bouncing. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Brian, thank you. Arla, thank you. Everybody in chat, appreciate you guys. We'll see you again soon. Probably sooner than you want to see me. But stay safe. See you guys on the next one. Pork and Beans, a true BC story about something or other. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's long, but just type in Pork and Beans show and it'll show up. Yeah, I'd have to look it up. Let me just do it fast so I don't butcher it. Come on. I went the wrong way. All right, here we go. Pork and Beans show. Sasquatch, BC. Jeez. It's got ... Sasquatch, BC, the true story, the Pork and Bean show. But they're on Facebook Live. And then he posts Then he posted like after to YouTube. And then Michael Harrell has his own channel too. I don't think Arla posts on YouTube, but there's a whole bunch of people attached to this. But whatever. I'm not really sure who's public and who's not necessarily. So I'm going to stop there. But appreciate you all. God bless. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do this morning stuff more often. It'll probably be a little later because I see now when people started to step in, and yeah, maybe we'll do it at like 10 Eastern to start with. But yeah, it's okay. All right. Appreciate you all. See you on the next one.